what's good, y'all, man? We got breaking news, you know what I'm saying, man. Spider-Man No Way Home 2 introduction Miles Morales, you know what I'm saying? No, if you know Miles Morales, man, that was from that cartoon movie, that 3D cartoon movie, the 3D cartoon movie, man. Not 3D, but you know that effect they did. I forgot what effect, but it was raw as hell though. But yeah, that was that movie right there, man. So yeah. He said break, my boy, everything always say break. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, we got the news for Spider-Man. They're gonna end us with Miles Morales. So yeah, and I kind of figured that Miles Morales game, not game, but well, you can say game because they got a Spider-Man game too. You know what I'm saying? But that movie that came out 2 years ago, something like that. I don't know. I forgot when it came out, but I saw it though. It was a good movie though. It was spectacular. It was good though. But yeah, it came out. But I kind of feel it's gonna be tied up with this Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing that multiverse. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, though. But hey, man, we're gonna right to it, man. And yeah, we're gonna right to it, man. Leave a like to my channel, man. My channel hit the bell if new. If you're excited for Spider-Man, I know it's gonna be a minute before I come out, but if you're excited for it, man, let me know in the comments, y'all, man. But yeah, let's get it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, stemming back long before we ever got the title to No Way Home, the third installment for the Spider-Man franchise, there was a ton of conjecture that this was actually going to be a Spider-Verse multiverse film. Of course, we had the leak.
Yeah, that's what everybody was talking about. It's gonna be like Spider-Man. I was like, maybe not. They ain't even talk about it yet, but they about have their own prediction, own opinion. So yeah.
Trailer from one of the Latin American Sony channels that seemed to indicate so, and even though Tom Holland has vehemently denied any involvement by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Man, of course he's gonna deny it. You know, he can't tell all the juice. You feel me, man? So of course, I mean, he playing his role though. He playing his part. You feel me, man? They probably tell him, hey, don't tell him. You know what I'm saying? And he gotta listen to that. You know, unless he get fired. You feel me? He don't want to get fired, right? So yeah, he doing his part though.
He said he's read the whole script and they're not in there. We also know that Marvel's new MO for their actors is to just deny everything, i.e. see Tatiana Maslany being asked point blank about She-Hulk. Her answer was a definitive no, said it simply wasn't true, and of course she was cast as such. Well, now we have a brand new rumor coming in the form of an exclusive. We're going to break down what this article reported from their sources, what it says about the upcoming film, and how No Way Home may mean and refer to something completely different than Tom Holland's Peter Parker in film not being able to get to his home, but rather Peter Parker ending up in a different multiverse, the Sonyverse, with the introduction of Miles Morales.
Yeah, like what I said though, it's gonna be just like Miles Morales. When they said No Way Home, it reminded me of that too. Miles Morales, that movie I saw it, or if y'all saw it too. Like it's the same. I ain't gonna say the same setup because they're gonna change around, but it's the same, you know, same thing going on with that. What this going on? No Way Home. Same thing going on.
Ending up in a different multiverse, the Sonyverse, with the introduction of Miles Morales in his stead. I'm also going to weigh in on my thoughts as we've reported on the deal between Sony and Disney several times over the last couple of years. I've kept up with all the industry insiders. I have my own thing to say about it. We're going to break down everything Spider-Man No Way Home in the introduction of Miles Morales via this brand new report. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 800,000 subscribers, which we're about to ding, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions while the shows are live. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So first up, let's talk about where this report and rumor is coming from. Published yesterday under the headline, exclusive, Sony Marvel split Spider-Man into two separate franchises. This coming from a website called
Marvel,
#show.com. Not a site we report on a lot at this channel, new to this scene, so I consider this an uncorroborated report, and until we...
I used to think gift giving was stressful, and then I discovered Harry and David.
Oh my god, yes!
And now it's my favorite.
We hear from another industry insider or two.
Yeah, so like this, you know, question mark.
I want to take it as just a rumor. They go on to report, quote, Sony and Marvel coexisting with separate universes, so where does this leave Spider-Man? Well, that was a huge point of contention during the Sony Marvel renegotiations that happened a while back. They want to future-proof this franchise. So yes, No Way Home is going to have a lot of Spider-Verse stuff. However, it's also going to set up the future of Spider-Man. We have exclusively learned that Sony will continue to make their SCEU films, with Marvel continuing to make Spider-Man as well. That means splitting the franchise in two. From what I've heard from reliable sources, Marvel is looking to create two Spider-Man franchises. One will continue Peter Parker's story, this time with him at university. The other will focus on Miles Morales. It's said that Marvel is keen to use Miles in their upcoming Young Avengers project.
Like I said, though, this is rumors. But it makes sense, though. But it's rumors, though. That's gonna be... That's a thinking right there.
On Miles Morales. It said that Marvel is keen to use Miles in their upcoming Young Avengers project and see a lot of value in him. From what I've heard from my sources, No Way Home is going to provide us a much clearer roadmap for Spider-Man in the MCU. I've also heard reports that Spider-Man 4 will film back-to-back with No Way Home. We have yet to corroborate this, though, and we'll keep digging to get more information. Either way, Marvel is already looking for writers and directors for these two franchises. Peter and Miles will have two completely different stories. They want writers and directors who can bring a distinct voice to each character. So this seems to imply that Marvel will continue working with Sony on Tom Holland's story, where it is definitely and 100% locked in. Peter Parker, Tom Holland's iteration, I cannot say this enough, his story is in the MCU continuity. Iron Man and the Avengers. To take him out of that and put him solely in the Sonyverse so he can start...
That's what I was saying. That's gonna be like, that's fucked up, though. That's fucked up, though. Like, they gonna take him out, like I said, rumors. But that's fucked up, though. That's fucked up. Like, they gonna make another one. Like, how many times we gonna keep getting a new Spider-Man? Like, the fuck. But hey, I don't know. But hey, man, I hope they don't. You know what I'm saying? I hope they keep Spider-Man as we is right now. You know what I mean? I hope they do. But hey, you never know. I mean, in the day, it's called business. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Squaring off against Venom and Morbius with no connection to the MCU films would be a huge mistake for not only his character and his narrative, but for the MCU and Sony as well. If they want to continue this cash cow, this iteration of the character is very much intertwined with the success and the storylines in the MCU. But I get them not wanting to confuse fans, and as I've said a million times, Sony wants to keep making as much money as they can off their main IP. You have to understand...
That says about business.
Sony's studio house makes far fewer movies than many of the other houses out there, and Spider-Man by far is their most lucrative intellectual property. So being able to make money off both Peter Parker and Miles Morales in the Marvel Cinematic Universe context at the same time just means more and more and more money for Sony, well, and Marvel as well. And if they're bothering to do a Spider-Verse film in this next film, which, you know, Tom Holland said that they weren't, but who knows at this point? We all saw that Sony trailer. It definitely existed and was professional and was 100% real because Sony copyright struck it, my channel and a couple of other YouTube channels that put it up. There's an interesting idea here that they would want to
I ain't see that trailer.
fans know exactly the difference and distinction between these two Spider-Men, where they fit in, and what part of the story they're a part of. Now, we reported over a year ago that Miles Morales would be making his way into the MCU and joining the Young Avengers. That's nothing new. Also nothing new, Mikey Sutton, trusted industry insider, friend of channel, the guy who originally leaked that Peter Parker would be in Civil War all the way back in the day. I mean, this is the guy who said Black Panther and Spider-Man were coming in Civil War. Always has indicated from the beginning that Peter Parker, Tom Holland's iteration, will stay in the MCU past this trilogy. In fact, they're going on to sign a huge deal, could possibly be as many as 6 more movies for 2 more trilogies for Peter Parker, including what other ancillary films he might show up in along the way. There's a future for Peter Parker in the MCU. Sony understands that, Marvel understands that. They're not going to blow that up. But now introducing this next Spider-Man and Miles Morales, as long as they go ahead and make a distinction between the two and sort of define the boundaries for the fans, I don't think anyone's going to have a problem with this, and it actually makes good on an original Easter egg all the way back in Homecoming when Donald Glover's character references his nephew in the neighborhood. That's none other than Miles Morales. It was only going to be a matter of time with him taking the marquee on PS5 and where we're at now with Peter Parker's story in the MCU before we saw a second Spider-Man. And if they're doing a Spider-Verse movie, what better opportunity to introduce Miles Morales, a second Spider-Man, into the MCU? I should also mention that it does free them up a little bit to make sure they have different villains and different storylines going for the two. And if you're making Miles Morales join the Young Avengers, that frees up Peter Parker to do other things like face off against Morbius, Venom, Maximum Carnage, that sort of thing. They don't need to be in the same place at the same time. And that's what's awesome about this. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. I know that this is more of a rumor than a report, but it's interesting and fun to talk about. Yeah. And how hype would you be to see Miles Morales on the big screen?
Hey, I kind of feel like when I play the game, because I got PS5 and stuff, I play the game, I'm like, man, they might do this with Spider-Man. I was thinking like, yeah. And then now I mean, it's rumors, but you know, yeah.
I am all
like, I was the same thing, man. I was like, yeah, they might do Miles Morales on Spider-Man, because they did a cartoon version of it too. You know what I'm saying? And I was lit, dude. I was lit in the motherfucker. Lit. Yeah. But yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home introduction to Miles Morales, man. It's a rumor. You know what I'm saying? So hey, don't be my comments saying it's clickbait. It's not clickbait, man. It's rumors, man. But I just want to, run right to it, man. Because I saw it. I'm like, oh, let me see what's going on with Spider-Man. You feel me? Because I ain't, all I know is the intro and that's it. Not an intro, but the title review, and that was it. So let me see what's going on with Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying, man? But let me know you excited for it, man. And let me know you excited for that. If they're going to do Miles Morales, let me know you excited for Miles Morales. You know what I'm saying? If not, let me know in the comments. But, yeah, I'm out, y'all, man. And, yeah, I'm out. Peace.